Good morning, YouTube. What's going on? It's Mesa, Fail, Table Sean, whatever Sean. I haven't done that intro in a long time. Back at it with some Destiny 2. All right, guys, another day, another news video because we got tons of stuff to talk about. Everywhere I look, news, everywhere. Destiny 2 news. All right, without further ado, let's jump into it. Gameplay in the background is from Parris from GamerTag Radio. He went to Bungie, got to play and record it. Links to his channel and everything will be in the description. So on Thursday, we discussed all the evidence that leaked out of the Game Informer, PC Mag, all that sort of stuff where they showed on screen. Looks like Stormcaller and Nightstalker are coming back. Well, let's see. Luna on Twitter tweeted me this picture, and I guess this is from Rick Kakis' video, where I don't know where he got this from, but I'm putting it on screen right now, where we see obviously Sunbreaker's coming back. It looks like this particular character picked up one of those artifacts that's going to get your Sunbreaker back. So yeah, Taken King, all three subclasses looks like they're coming back. But the bright side is they're all going to be reworked, you know, Voidwalker, Gunslinger, and Striker Titan. Okay, they have a few of the same things like grenades, similar melees, but they have other things that are new, including some of them are roaming supers. So I'm really interested to see is what's going to be the Destiny 2 take on the Taken King subclasses. Now, this image here came from Reddit. You guys know me, I link all the sources in the description. This one came from Reddit, and this is what the director's going to look like. So we see the farm in the middle, Titan off to the left. We see the Crucible up top, and we don't see anything just north of the Crucible, but that's got to be a Vanguard Strike playlist or something. We have Nessus off to the right, and then we see Io, and for some reason, whoever recorded this or took the screenshot, we see a huge Cabal thing on Io. Now, Io's been pretty mysterious to all of us because we haven't seen really anything off of Io. So, you know what? Speculate in the comment section. What do you think that big Cabal symbol is on Io? Now, here's another really cool image tweeted to me by Joao Pedro Zambelli. Check this one out. This one is the first thing I've ever seen say the word light, but then also power. Remember, my speculation is that light is gone. It's all going to be about your power. Most of the activities in the European Dead Zone, we saw power level or power recommended 160. This one says recommended power 50. I get a feeling this is a shot, whoever took this, is this is going to be your quest to get your initial subclass. Remember, Edge Magazine said, like the first few story missions, you're gonna have nothing, okay? You can barely walk. But it says return to the Shard of the Traveler and restore your connection to the light. Single player, recommended power plus 50. And then for some reason it says there are too many players for this activity. Please choose a different activity. So I think that's going to be the first quest that's going to give you your initial first subclass back. So we'll have to see how it pans out. But yeah, remember, Edge Magazine covered that. They didn't give away too much. It just said basically you start off bare bones with nothing for the first couple of missions in the main story. We don't know much about, we don't know really anything about the story campaign other than that. You start off bare bones, nothing. Got to get your power back. Next up, we're going to learn about a Vex-Human hybrid that is a quest giver in Destiny 2. Two great articles you got to read. Link them in the description from D Street Mag. One of them was from July 29th, where this particular person talks about how the Grimoire cards that hit the Age of Triumph, they talk about this one particular character named Asher Mir. So Asher Mir, now in this article, it says IGN's footage of Destiny 2 from the Gamescom event showed Asher Mir as being a quest giver. It says Asher Mir, the Gensim scribe infected by the Vex, has a big role to play in Destiny 2. So here's what they have to say. So he appears in an adventure. If you know what adventures are, I did a full video. Links will be in the description. They're the roughly 15-minute long narrated type things that tell you more story outside of the campaign and also about the destinations. So it says he appears in an adventure, an expanded patrol mission titled Getting Your Hands Dirty. Now in this, he's going to ask you to seize upon the Taken invasion of the European Dead Zone, direct their assault against the Red Legion, and end it before it gets out of control. So I showed you in yesterday's video, we knew the Taken are coming back. Parris' gameplay, he ran into a few of them while doing a public event. But also if we look at the PlayStation exclusive strike, looks like that strike alone is going to be all about the Taken in the European Dead Zone. Now in IGN's other channel called Fireteam Chat, actually they have the full adventure there gameplay. I'm not putting it in here, I'm not risking copyright, but I'm going to link that also in the description. So I'm going to read through it here and actually break it down for you. So first off, when you activate the patrol beacon, you're greeted by the most mad scientist voice you've ever heard in a video game. And I have to agree with the writer of this story. Yeah, when you watch the footage, it's true. And you hear, "Ah, Guardian, you're just in time to join my dimensional anomaly research crew." Then Failsafe, that other AI character, is going to join your comms and explain your mission right before Asher Mir interjects. So Asher Mir says, "Let us begin with the barbaric close combat with the Taken. It is a scientifically sound proposition, and it is in no way suspicious. Next up, you got to start collecting radiation samples from the Taken in an eerie cave called the Hallowed Grove. Furious Taken spawn in, aggressively attacking the player, who rapidly wipes them out. Taken Cabal, Vex, and Fallen all appear even creepier and mystical than before. The updated graphics really make the Taken visuals effects shine. And yeah, in the video that I showed yesterday, where I actually showed you a raw clip of the Taken, they do look a little different, they do sound a little different. Now, you could tell that this writer of this article, very, very well steeped in lore. He goes, "You're greeted with an Ultra Boss named Vendraxis, the Shadow of Oryx." He goes, "In a separate article, I'll discuss the prospect of a new Taken King rising to take Oryx's place. Varix actually warned us of this in the Grimoire, admonishing us for not seizing the Taken powers for ourselves and leaving a vacuum to be filled. So after you defeat Vendraxis, you're then sent to defeat an army of Taken in the wild, where you encounter a Taken Forerunner, something whose lore implications tell me the story of the Taken is one that should remain invested in." After the Ghost notes that the amount of Taken radiation we've encountered, quote-unquote, can't be healthy, Ashamir rejects this assertion and says, "Nonsense. There is no continuing danger from the Taken radiation." Then it looks like Failsafe and Asher have a little bit of a debate back and forth. Failsafe goes, "Incorrect, Ashamir. I will now list all 14 debilitating effects of long-term contact with their interdimensional matter." Ash says, "No need for that, assistant. Continue your experiment. Make your way to the Red Legion's research facility." Now, as you make your way there, Failsafe is going to chime in and say that, hey, due to your Taken radiation, they're going to think you're one of them, and they're going to flood into the European Dead Zone. Ashamir said it would be like a plague and as a scourge. But then Asher chimes in and says, "That outcome is only guaranteed if we do not destroy the Blights. Do not overload the subject with extraneous data." So, Taken Blights are back, we know that. Now, as you enter the Gulch, that's one of the areas in the European Dead Zone, Taken are going to start spawning, but they're going to be attacking the Cabal. So, you're going to go in there, you're going to start destroying the Blights, and you're going to be killing tons of Taken and Cabal that are in your way. But check out this quote here. "The Cabal death shouts sound different, less monstrous, more terrified. As the last of them are killed, you finish by destroying all the Blights." Now, if you watch the gameplay of it, you definitely see all the familiar Taken things, like when the captains, they throw those blinding things at you and so forth. Then the adventure ends, but if you just go watch the gameplay, they kind of leave it open that you're probably going to see more of the Taken, that's not the last of them. Now we're going to know the name of the raid, actually. There's a website, I'm going to link it in the description, that has all the trophies, or has a number of trophies for PlayStation that you could achieve by playing Destiny 2. Some of them are getting all the subclasses from the Hunter, the Warlock. One of them is to reach level 20, complete heroic public events, complete Nightfalls, collect 15 exotic weapons and armor, complete 30 challenges, and then Belly of the Beast is called complete the Leviathan raid. So that's going to be the name of the raid. Then there's one called the Prestige. Complete the Leviathan raid or Nightfall strike on Prestige difficulty. So I wonder if they're getting away from the word heroic and replacing it with prestige, because there it says, complete the Leviathan raid or a Nightfall strike on prestige difficulty. So be interesting. That's the name of the raid, guys, and it looks like we're going to have prestige difficulty. I really hope they do bring back the raid challenges like we had with Age of Triumph. There were just raids in general from Destiny 1. Give us normal, give us prestige, and then give us some sort of challenge mode. Or you know what, maybe prestige is, maybe there'll be normal, there'll be hard, and then prestige is the challenge? I don't know. I'm thinking out loud here. What do you guys think in the comment section? But back to the name Leviathan. So if we look up Leviathan, it's a sea monster referenced in the Hebrew Bible in the book of Job, Psalms, and Isaiah. You know what? I got a feeling the raid's going to be on Titan. And we think, okay, sea monster. What do we think? We think water. We think Titan. That's the one destination. They really haven't showed us much at all. And most of Titan is underwater. Looks like most of the clips we've seen of Titan were out and about on these kind of platforms and things that are built above the water. So, I don't know. I don't think it's going to be a sea monster that we're going to fight, but Leviathan somehow like has a reference to something under. Maybe the raid will be under the sea or something. I'm thinking out loud. Now, lastly, we see another trophy called Lest Ye Be Judged. Encounter an emissary from beyond. Now, when we look at the symbol, we see 9 up top. That looks, well, it's in the same font for Azure, Agent of the 9. Now, that symbol right there, Luke Smith was wearing a hoodie when he was doing the Destiny 2 reveal presentation. So, and it says, encounter an emissary from beyond. Now, for this to be a trophy, I can't imagine it just be finding Xur, But do you think, I'm just throwing it out there, I've said this before, what if Xur is not at the farm? Okay, let's say Xur is coming back. What if Xur is not at the farm every Friday or whenever he comes to town? He's out somewhere in one of the destinations. We have to go find him. Next up, let's talk about bonuses, right? So I already covered this already, Pop Darts, right? Each box is going to give you a code. That's going to give you 4 hours of 25% bonus XP. Now, the Rockstar energy drinks, I never covered this because I had no idea what exactly you get. I knew you got Engrams, but here's the actual specifics. Now, if you guys live anywhere in the New York City area, are any stores selling the Destiny 2 Rockstar energy drinks? I have not seen one. I don't drink that stuff, but I'm definitely going to be buying them. So it looks like with each can, you get 1 engram per code, and you're allowed to have 3 engrams per week on an account. So 24 total items and 1 additional released item per week. So here's my question, and this is where it gets a little weird, right? So you're getting engrams per week from putting in these codes. Now, if you're at a certain power level, as we saw in tons of the leaked footage of the gaming websites that broke the NDA, we saw everything's about power and you have a number to it, right? So let's say, I'll make a number up, you're 200 power, right? When you get these engrams, are these engrams that you're going to get from these cans going to give you 201 light? So it's teetering that fine line between, well, it's not pay to win, but will these engrams give you higher power level? I don't know. You know what? We'll have to see how it all pans out, folks. Now, lastly, when I was watching Parris's gameplay, I did see a new planetary material, and they look like little crystals almost. I noticed he didn't pick any of them up, but pretty much got it confirmed here from Reddit what it actually is. So it's called a Dusklight crystal or shard, and I believe that's what we're seeing in our menu. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure on this one, but it says redeemable for reputation with Devrim K, and it's called a small shard of the Travelers. So I don't know how it's going to pan out, if that's a separate thing or separate loot table or something you'll get from Devrim, because we know that we earn those EDZ tokens just from doing things in a European Dead Zone. But this looks like it's something separate and something that you pick up just when you're out and about wandering around. You see them, you pick it up like you did Spin Metal, Spirit Bloom, Relic Iron, all sorts of stuff. So that's going to do it for the video, guys. Hashtag made it to the end. Do me a favor, drop a like at this video only if you see fit. Follow me on Twitter at Mesa Sean. Check out my stream, usually and always on YouTube. And that is it. I am out of here like Vladimir.